Hey everyone, it's Friday and my regs, y'all know what's up. Classic Tabletop RPG Friday, Gamma World, 2nd edition, combat. Let's do it. Welcome to RPG Elite. This is the place where we put the RP back into RPG, giving you tools and tips and tutorials and real talk about the tabletop RPG culture. And why do we do that? Well, so that you, dear viewer, can have a more immersive and enjoyable tabletop RPG experience. Been working hard, y'all. Working hard, trying to get these videos out to y'all. I'm telling you, I'm still not ahead yet, but it looks like I'm right around the corner for you. Right around the corner. Now today we're going through 2nd edition Gamma World Combat, and it's going to be 2 parts. So in all of my classic tabletop RPGs, I have links down in the description below where you can go to DriveThruRPG and you can grab yourself a copy of a classic game if you're liking what you see. And it's no different in this one. So any of the editions 1 through 4, since those are the ones we are covering, go down, links in the description below. And of course, if you are not real sure, we've already got all of the videos for you so you can actually know what you're getting into. Just go ahead, click on the playlist down below, and you'll get all the main things that you need to know about Gamma World 1st through 4th editions. All right, I don't want to mess around. So let's just get straight into what we're going to get into today. It's part 1, Gamma World 2nd edition, Combat. Yeah. Combat in Gamma World 2nd edition is carried out exactly as it is in Gamma World 1st edition. So if you haven't already, you can go and watch the 1st edition combat video, and a link is in the description below. Then you can get up to speed on the basics and then come back here for the details, because in this video we're going to cover some of the new mechanics that were added in 2nd edition Gamma World Combat. Mutations in Gamma World 2nd edition have 2 added aspects: conscious and unconscious. In combat, unconscious mutations are considered passive actions, meaning the character can do something else in a combat round, like attack with a melee or ranged weapon, they can move, or use an artifact. Conscious mutations are active, which means it's considered a combat action to do. Though a character can use multiple unconscious mutations in a round, the same mutation cannot be activated more than once in a round. If a character is using terrain or the safety of a vehicle to block incoming ranged attacks or attacks in general, then the attacker will have a -3 to their attack die roll, reflecting the effectiveness of the obstacle. If the character is not attacking in that round but completely covered, as in the case of a character going behind a boulder to reload or a concrete wall, then you should rule that any projectiles will automatically miss. Of course, if they've got like a grenade or something like that, then that would be different. Virtual tabletops are a dream in this regard, as there is no guesswork where everyone is or what object is providing cover. In 2nd edition Gamma World, keeping track of ammunition and reloading is now a requirement, and a well-needed one, because this adds a sense of realism, especially with things with limited charges like powered armor, laser rifles, and pistols and the like. Reloading or switching weapons is considered a combat action. Now, it's best to make a list of all the things that the PCs own that have ammo or charges or fuel, and just check it off as you go. Now, a sheet like this will suffice when needed. You can fill in the boxes on the fly, making the process fluid and unobtrusive. Now, understand, this is something I really need to say. It is not your responsibility as the GM to tell the PCs that they need to get more ammo or refuel. It is their responsibility to keep track of what is on their character sheet. Now, you could throw them a bone or a hint before they go completely out, but if they don't do anything about it, well, then they have to deal with the consequences of their negligence. Usually, running out of bullets for their slug pistol in the middle of a combat, yeah, that only needs to happen once before they become a little bit more vigilant in the future. There are some situations where a character simply cannot miss. Come on. Like a gun to the head of someone whose hands are tied and they're sitting in a chair. Or a target that's so big that hitting it is just automatically assured. So in those cases, you can just forego rolling dice altogether and just roll for damage. If you even want to do that, you can just adjudicate that as well. Now, though we don't like it, it is a reality of the tabletop RPG. Sometimes a PC bites the dust. It's a thing. Now, in these situations, there are instances where when they die, they may not be able to get off their last attack. And so it's anticlimactic. So if you, as a GM, are inclined, you can rule that they get what's called a dying stroke, which this is it. Their last ditch effort, their last hurrah. And this can be allowed if the total damage incurred is less than 150% of their remaining hit points. So to make it simple, if they have like 10 hit points left and they take 15 points of damage, you can allow them to get in a dying stroke. The biggest and what I consider the coolest mechanic that has been added in 2nd edition Gamma World is vehicle combat. Now, there are several special considerations to deal with. So because of that, I want to make sure you guys get the full 411 on this. So in our next video, we're going to go through a complete scenario so you guys can see how all of that works. All right. I left you hanging a little bit, but it was because when we do our full-fledged combat scenario, I don't want to be pressed on time, and I knew I was going to be pressed on time, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. Let me get the preliminary stuff out of the way first. Part 2 next week, God willing. Next Friday, we're going to get into full-fledged combat scenario out the gate. So you should be here. Let me tell you what I got on Tuesday as well. Short video. But are you an RPG elite? We're going to be looking at 3 different types of RPG elites. And then you can evaluate for yourself whether you are one or not. So that's next week's Tuesday and Friday videos. And if I decide to come out with something extra, hey, well, who knows? All right. Well, it's the weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you got a game this weekend, hey, happy gaming, y'all. And until the next time, a brother has got to.
So exit, stage left.
Oh, I'm gonna catch you on the flip. So, God bless. Have a good one.